Greetings, starfarers, and welcome to another episode of Sunless Skies. Cobalt Thorium. I usually say skyfarers, not starfarers. But anyway, here we go. We are looking for Achlys, I believe is the name of the location. And they said that it was north-northwest, so north, obviously that's west, so northwest is here. North-northwest should be about here. Trying to find our way out of here. We are stuck. We are stranded once again. Much like we were stranded in Albion for such a long time. The Whistling Asp. Stoker sings. A minute later, they stop. The song seems unwelcome here in Karnas. Oh boy, that's bad. Okay. We can take one, not two. Not two when we're basically flying like right into their path. So we'll just go along the reverse side here. It looks like there's a little something here for us to take a peek at anyway. A place of vine-clad ruins. Oh jeez, what is all this crap? Am I being annoying? Whoa! That's fast. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll stay with the structure between us and them. Vast non-Euclidean, unfortunately I didn't get to read it. I want to see what that location is over there. But I am worried about the sheer number of spinsters? Scribe spinsters, I think they're called. There's a lot of alliteration in this game. Is this the thing? It is. An ululation sounds from a cave mouth nearby. Alright. We've seen this before, I believe. I think we want the Eleutheria mystery. I think this gives us terror, though. Shit, it does. It gives us a lot. Yeah, we've read that before. Let's get out of here. Some interesting music, jeez. It reminds me a lot of the music from The Belt of Midnight. Oh, isn't this where the passage out is? Maybe it's that. Maybe we have to go into one of those things. I think they said beyond the Belt of Midnight, though. For the way out. No, looks like it's beyond. Okay. civilization. Your aunt is brushing up on her Norwegian. One should regularly broaden one's mind. I do agree with that. The Eagle's Empyrean. That's a weird looking ship. We've never seen one of those before. Is this foreground or background right here? Oh, it's all background. How is this Norway? It seems much more like Japanese. With like the plucky guitar and stuff like that. Oh, I think we went by it. Even so, I kind of want to do a little bit closer of a pass here because I didn't realize that all this stuff was background. Whoa, what is this? A disturbance in the night. You wake suddenly, your candles have burned low, and your eyes are still heavy with sleep. You are alone in your cabin. The winds of the wilderness howl outside. You can feel the motion of the engine below you. Something isn't right. Go back to sleep. It's only the wind howling out in the dark. You press your head to the pillow. A few minutes later, you are awake again. You feel an ache in your chest, and the image of Langley Hall swims behind your eyes. The call of sleep pulls you again. You could, you realize, take a nip of something to ensure an undisturbed sleep. Or you might risk dreaming and find whatever it is that keeps slipping from your grasp. I don't like the fact that we have nightmares already. I think we're going to have to take the whiskey. So you could take a dram of whiskey to ease your night terrors, or you could perchance to dream. You'll dare it. I think that means that it'll give us something cool, but it means that we'll have more terrors. I'm gonna go with the whiskey. The whiskey goes down like comforting fire. You are out cold in moments. Yours is a dreamless and foggy it should be, maybe? Foggy sleep. So deep, in fact, that it's long into the next shift before anyone dares arouse you. It's not the date that was, so we lost time. Langley Hall is in your dreams. Each night, you walk its hallways and descend its stairs. Alright. Let's find this port. We'll do all the circles around. And this almost looks cyberpunky. This does not belong. The lane of lions and unicorns. What happened there? That's a weird docking. The lane of lions and unicorns. Eagle's Empyrean. A little piece of Albion on the edge of Empyrean. Here, Her Majesty's embassy works tirelessly to maintain cordial relations with the Imperials. London's Enclave. Her Majesty's embassy dominates this little street, but the eagle stands above the lion and the unicorn on the street side. Interesting. Okay. So the lion and the unicorn is a, I think it's a song, actually. Like an ancient English song. That I believe has to do with the... well, I think that they battle constantly, but I think ultimately it has to do with a marriage. The lion is the British throne, and the unicorn is, I mean, something else. I don't think it's the French, but somebody. Or we can hire on more crew. We don't need to do that, so let's go to the one. Actually, let's yeah, that's fine. Let's just keep going. Her Majesty's embassy. Okay, I read that. London and Connaught. London and the Connaught worked together to enter the High Wilderness. But their alliance since has been tenuous. It is preserved only by desperate diplomatic endeavor, and a number of carefully preserved fictions regarding what the other is up to. You could introduce yourself at the embassy. They might be glad to receive news of London. Few captains dare venture into Eleutheria. You can get a visa here, required to enter the Empyrean proper. Alright. Well, we're in Empyrean. Is it required to get us out of here, maybe? Enjoy a respite at the Maiden and Unicorn, a tea shop on the edge of the lane, as close to home as one can be in Eleutheria. You gather a port report. The Eagle's Empyrean is a bastion of light in Eleutheria's dark. We could ask about the transit relay to the Reach. Few diplomats would accept posting here if they couldn't return to British territory. They know the way back. Alright, well, lots of stuff we can do here. Let's gather the port report and make sure that's just out of the way. Beyond the antique facades of the Lane of Lions and Unicorns, the Empyrean rises high in steel and blue light. The constraints of its location necessitate that the Empyrean build upwards. Careful porticos give way to expansive temples and crowded markets. People live cheek by jowl. Light is precious and easily lost. Power is conserved carefully. When times are bad, whole districts go dark. It would be easy for hopelessness to seep in. The Khan occupies its people with festivals, celebrating people's history of the old Khanate and constant technological innovation. To be idle is to be afraid here. The Empyrean is busy at every hour. Interesting. Let's get our paperwork in order. A brisk welcome. The embassy is a fine example of Georgian architecture. Inside, the elegance gives way to a pandemonium of desks where bureaucrats minutely scrutinize their correspondence. Any mistake could trigger a summons to the Khan and the possible expulsion from the embassy. Each is hunched with age, with hair as white as lustrum snow. The ambassador's secretary is assigned to handle incoming captains. He reaches over a mountain range of papers with a visa. Please, don't make additional work for us. If you must visit the city, be polite. You have a visa for the Empyrean. Sweet. Let us inquire about the way out. Rivalry. The gentleman is immediately obliging. We really should put up a sign. The Reach Transit lies north of Pan, close by. Clockwise around the region from here. It is under Imperium control, of course, in accordance with the treaty. He smiles, the broad smile of a practiced liar. We thought it would be a nice gesture. Let them think they control the borders and all of that. For his confidence, he checked the Empyreans in earshot before saying that. Okay, so I'm a little confused by the way that this is worded. We really should put a sign up. The Reach Transit Relay lies to the north of Pan. Well, what do you mean? Do you mean to the immediate north of Pan? Or do you mean just somewhere north of Pan? And then he says close by. Well, do you mean close by to here or to Pan? Clockwise around the region from here. Well, clockwise from here is clockwise from everywhere, right? As long as your down orientation is the same. Under Empyrean control, of course. Like, this is so vague. It's basically saying that it could either be Pan or here. that we're using as a 0 point. So, not a huge fan of that. They could, unless they're intentionally obfuscating, that is badly written. Which I'm not going to put it past them intentionally obfuscating, because the very next line, it sort of looks like he's lying, right? The broad smile of a practiced liar. Well, that sort of implies that maybe this is a lie too, right? I mean, at least the implied control of the transit relay is presumably a lie. Well, what else are they lying about, right? Alright, so clockwise around the region from here. I'm going to assume that the 0 point is Eagle's Empyrean. Alright, let's enjoy a respite at the Maiden and Unicorn, a tea shop at the edge of the lane, so close to home as one can be in Eleutheria. Home comforts. No matter how hard the decor tries, it can't mask the darkness visible from the window, nor soften the electric light of the Empyrean moon. Okay. Still, off-duty diplomats congregate around the triangle-cut sandwiches. They drink steep tea with translators, attachés, and runners. The Maiden and Unicorn is also popular with the citizens of the Empyrean. Some come to sample the latest London cuisine, others to do unofficial business with London's embassy. Others, like everyone else here, just come to get away from the dark. It is very bright. I think that the neonness of it is what gives me that cyberpunky vibe. Is that it? We can do anything in there? I guess not. Actually, did that affect our chair? I don't think it did. This is the embassy. The ambassador is always glad to receive guests, suitably respectable ones at least. The ambassador greets you in his study. Instead of a fire burning in the hearth, there is an electrical heater that smells faintly of burning hair. Alright. Everything else is comfortingly old-fashioned. From the creaking leather of the armchairs to the vintage brandy in the drinks cabinet. I should get some brandy. They talk about brandy so much in this game, it makes me want to get some brandy. Alright. Smuggle artifacts into the Empyrean. Empyrean electricity is fascinating, says the ambassador. Fascinating, but dangerous. We must tip the technological balance in our favor. This will trade 3 otherworldly artifacts for a moment of inspiration. The game is too precarious at present. What are they talking about? What game? Smuggle secrets into Empyrean. What have you heard, I wonder? Says the ambassador. I know a certain someone who would be most grateful to find out. This will trade savage secrets for cryptic benefactor. Sounds good. Cryptic benefactors are hard to come by. And that seems like everything. He's kind of small. Although we haven't done the second location here. Actually, let's go here first. So let's go to the shops. Hang out at the Bazaar. Locomotive captains gather at the Bazaar to trade goods and information. Actually, we were looking for Achlys, weren't we? We sort of just found our way over here. Oh well. Like, do we have enough hold space to actually buy all this crap? You may find bargains here, fulfill prospects you've claimed. Bargains available. Poems of the Cypress King. Yeah. Let's go to the Blue Haven Arsenal. Nice, we can get ammo here. The Empyrean specializes in technology, electricity, and weaponry. Only the latter can be traded to those outside the Eagle Khan's military. Let's get these back up to where they should be. And I suppose we'll pick up these. It'll fill up everything, but... You go to Illuminate Engineering. Oh, look at that. Adonai class Outrider. So fewer guns. It's got a missile launcher though, which might make up for it. I should read the thing. Yeah, we read that one. The Empyrean engine yards produce one engine, the light, bright, sprightly Altani Outrider. Available nowhere else, it is the pride of Empyrean technology and the finest weapon in the war against the liberation of night. If your locomotive is damaged, its sale value will be reduced to cover repairs. An electric wonder. The Altani is a far-ranging, versatile explorer, is the pride of the Empyrean, and they guard its production jealously. So it's a bigger crew. Whoa. 3 utilities. This is vastly better than ours. Maybe we'll pick up one of these someday. Alright, back to the Empyrean. Repair. The electric and neon jewel of the Eagle Khan's crown, and the only Empyrean city in the high wilderness. A solitary bastion of brightness in the long night of Eleutheria. Okay, the engineers of the Illuminated Engineering are locomotive experts. Let's see if we can actually repair with money. It looks like we can. They're not permitted to share their knowledge with Londoners, but if you step away from the yard while they work, they'll happily repair your engine. It'll cost you, of course. That's not a bad price, actually. Fully repair your hull. Restore your locomotive to pristine condition. This will cost 3 sovereigns per point of hull. Sure. We could leave, go elsewhere in Empyrean, which we will after it's repaired, or we could have our hull partially repaired. Perhaps that's all you can afford. To fully repair. 21 sovereigns, that's not bad. Good as new. A runner comes for you at the London Embassy. Your engine is ready for the skies. Sweet. There's a visa checkpoint. A modest checkpoint stands at the end of the lane of lions and unicorns. A modest checkpoint stands at the... visitors to the Empyrean must have their papers checked. There's a queue to get past the guards, but it moves efficiently. Have your visa checked by the guards. They are ready to inspect your papers. Ingress. You are welcomed to the one true civilization in Eleutheria. You are as free to explore as any citizen. I definitely like this place so far. The best of all the places in Eleutheria. We can journey towards Boragerel Graveyard. Boragerel? The fortune navigator knows the way. Best not to tell the guards where you are going, however. We go to the Uvu of Returned Skies, the spiritual heart of Empyrean, a sanctuary for its citizens and a monument to its entry into the heavens. We go to the Khan's market. All merchants in Empyrean, whether citizen or not, operate only with the express permission of the Eagle Khan. We go to Shangtu, the district of recreation and amusement, where music and games distract from the encroaching dark. We can have our visa checked by the guards. You're only allowed to visit once every fortnight. That's a long time. Frequent visits are regarded with suspicion. So fortnight, for those of you who only know about the word from the video game, a fortnight is 2 weeks. Alright, well, I want to wear out our welcome right away. Let's go to the market first. The great market fills the square below the Khan's palace. The locomotive stations are on the other side of the city, so foreign merchants must travel through the splendid thoroughfares of the Empyrean to get here. Each street is lit by evenly placed electric lights. The light is cold and casts a hard shadow. Empyrean citizens hurry by in silks and cloth. There's always somewhere to be in the Empyrean. All those who live here work. There's no space for idleness. You'd spot a bespectacled official. An Imperial man has been following you since you left the lane of the lions and unicorns. A bespectacled official sidles up next to you and adjusts his cravat. I need an observer to bring me the latest on ongoings going on in Eleutheria. A traveler would suit my purposes very well. Perhaps we could discuss it over a little tea in a friendly gang of mahjong. There's a little park on the lane of lions and unicorns. I'll be by the rose bush. Alright. Observer to bring me the latest of ongoings in Eleutheria. I really want to know who this guy is first. Yeah, I really want to know who he is before I start to tip some cosmic balance here by giving him... it sounds like he wants our port reports. At the same time, I'm not a huge fan of Pan, right? So, by giving our port reports to civilization, basically, instead of giving it to that wild place down there, maybe that is actually a good thing. And the Empyrean does seem... I mean, it's not London, but it's sort of like London-esque. So, at the same time, we don't know who this guy is. We should probably get more information. So you could walk away. A rose bush. The gentleman must be a member of the Rose Without Thorns, the Empyrean's foreign office. He wishes you to spy for him. Or he could give our assent. This may be profitable. A nod is enough. The official adjusts his glasses. You go your separate ways. A request in Eagle's Empyrean. Port reports are in demand in Eagle's Empyrean. A strange gentleman has accosted you in the street. Okay, we have a bustling marketplace where Empyrean traders jostle with Albion merchants, tea traders from Achlys, amber sellers from the House of Rods and Chains. There's a quest that has to do with that. I'm still not sure where that is. And the occasional outlier from Pan. Explore the market. The marvels of Imperial technology are on display. Or you can take advantage of your connections. London has negotiated for greater access to the Empyrean's markets. It is for diplomatic staff and a few favored representatives' mind. Visitors' fair. There are spies in such abundance that you can taste the cardamom and cloves in the air. You admire matted wool as intricate as spider's web and bright as sunlight. Ugh. It's a bit bumbling of consonants there. Let me try a little bit harder. It displays figures from history. Most prominent is the great Khan who built his kingdom in the Z. Where does the wool come from? The stall keepers will not say. For now, you only pick up a few souvenirs. The electric lanterns, the miniature moons produced by the Empyrean are unavailable to you. Stall keepers eye you with suspicion when you ask and turn away. Okay. After a while, you troop a very polite... Wait. After a while, a troop of very polite guards escorts you out of the Empyrean to the port. You've seen enough for today, they say. Oh. Well, that's not very nice of them. I hardly got to do anything. Well, that's sad. That's a problem. I guess we'll sell fuel. I suppose there's nothing else we can really do here. Well, here's the Bespectacled official. He greets you at his customary table in the park, wearing a warm smile so genuine that it must be practiced. He greets you at his customary table in the park, wearing a smile so genuine it must be practiced. Ah, my lady, will you join me in playing my favorite game? It is clear that he is not speaking of mahjong, though the table is set and ready for a polite round. You can play a game of mahjong with the official. The air is warm, the tea is hot, the moon is burning bright. The unspoken business of spycraft can wait. We can exchange plaques from dowser engines for money. The official will arrange payment. You can donate the plaques from dowser engines. You have fought hard against those who will extinguish the light. The official will appreciate that. That'll lower terror. That sounds good, although our terror is already not too bad. How many plaques do we have? We have one. It might be worth doing, actually. We could ask about the Khan's current interests. On the off-the-wall chance... ask about the Khan's current interests on the off chance, not off-the-wall chance, that you should be traveling in that direction. Alright, here's what we can't do. Smuggle ministry permits into the Empyrean. I do miss London sometimes, says the official. I wonder if you might provide me a souvenir. This will trade 3 ministry stamp permits for a condemned experiment. It's actually a pretty good deal. You could smuggle visions of the heavens into the Empyrean. Even the eagle's eyes only see so far, the official admits. What wonders remain to be conquered? So trade visions of the heavens for an unlicensed chart. That sounds great, jeez. Why can't we do this? We need to be more popular. Alright, I think we're gonna try to knock this terror down to 0. Sweet, it worked. Quiet gratitude. The official passes you a cup of hot tea before sipping his own. He points to the bright moon and smiles proudly. It's almost all that stands between us and the night. That intimidates some, not me. I find it reassuring. Human invention can conquer the wilderness, excuse me, and the dark that floods across it. Human invention and the bravery of those who'd fight against the revolutionaries who would betray us. Okay, so these guys seem like good guys. We'll play the game of mahjong. Quiet moment. The official offers you 2 teas, one more suited towards the English palate and the other towards the Empyreans. There's value in being comfortable with both sides, he says. I spent time in London myself many years ago. A fine place, fine people. Alas, family duties called, as did my current position, serving in the Rose Without Thorns. I do still like to keep up with the latest gossip, however. My generous Khan is known to value it as well. Okay. didn't open up any other options, did it? No. So I guess all that's left is the current interests. The House of Rods and Chains. The House of Rods and Chains remains an uncomfortable mystery on our borders. It is a difficult place for our people to remain inconspicuous inside. Perhaps you could be my eyes. The official carefully places a mahjong tile on the board. Your move. The House of Rods and Chains lies to the east, southeast of Pan. This is nice. This is good to know. Our request in Eagle's Empyrean, both the Bespectacled official and London Embassy will pay for this report. Okay, did that come up in here as being east-southeast, or I'm going to have to remember that? Doesn't look like it. Unless my eyeballs are just skipping right over it. Okay. So it's near here? We must have been very close to it then. Maybe right in here? Maybe in here? Alright, well, I think that we've exhausted everything that we can really do in here. Now, that guy said that the transit is pretty close by. I'm worried about the sun going out. Yeah. I think we really need to be able to get out of here. And it would be good to go to Magdalene's and get rid of this nightmare as well. Let's see if we can find this relay. They said clockwise. It should be over here. I should be hugging these walls much more carefully. Oh, that must be it. Let's see what it costs us to get back. The Eleutherian transit relay to the Reach. A stone edifice, scintillant with sigils, is encased in a contrivance of steel and brass. This is a Singh-Jenkins relay, allowing transport via a loophole in some cosmic mandate to a far-flung district of heaven. We've read this before, but it's been a while, so... This one leads to the Reach, the tentative domain of Victoria. The Empyrean has staffed the relay with smartly dressed officials with military bearing. Londoners, of course, may not travel on the magnanimity, oh my god, like magnanimous, but with a whole bunch of extra syllables and another M. May not travel on the I can't say it. My mouth won't do it. Magnanimity of the Eagle Khan. You will need to pay. You can remain in Eleutheria. Turn your engine around. You have business yet here, or we can present ourselves to customs. Every relay is on the hunt for contraband. Alright, then we could travel to the Reach. We could do with a top-off of munitions. We're experiencing a temporary scarcity. The official smiles. Temporary. Or we could travel to the Reach using money. No matter how you pay, we'll get you there safely. He stands up, straight, displaying the Eagle Empyrean uniform proudly. It seems like no matter what, we probably have to get our stuff checked here. A taciturn inspector boards the ship, licking a fresh pencil and signing his name on a pristine new search form. Shall we? He says, carefully, double-checking his own spelling before moving on. Nothing to declare. You have nothing to hide. You have nothing to fear. Or can surrender our contraband. This? Is this illegal? Take it. Take it all. You will lose your contraband, or you will not gain notoriety or face a fine. Should we ignore, by the way? Ignore. A clean sweep. The taciturn inspector gives 3 passes through the engine before reluctantly deciding that you probably, in all likelihood, have nothing to hide. He waves you on without a word. Your business here is concluded. It is time to continue your adventures in the high wilderness. Crew is eager to move on from here. Alright, let's travel to the Reach. Get out of here. Your turn on the... Okay, let's do it. We'll try to make our way back to the sun. Because, I mean, it's at 50%. We definitely need to work on that. And, yeah, I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. Anyway, away. The official walks the entire length of your locomotive, makes probing questions about the weight of your cargo while carefully avoiding asking what it was. Finally, he heads into a small control booth, turns dials and prods levers, makes minute adjustments across a huge board, turning a series of lights green. Best get aboard, Captain, quickly. The machinery grinds and stirs. The steam vents, the sigils of your edifice burn. Sullen fire. Force like a great hand seizes your engine. You lost 200 sovereigns. It's not the date that was. You were briefly without terror. And away we go. Alright. So here we are in the middle of nowhere. But at least we found our way back. Oh, we never did that thing with the navigator. Shoot. Oh, that's because we were kicked out. So we couldn't. Alright, well, I'm just going to make my way back to Winchester, I suppose. See what's going on there. And then we'll make our way up to, we'll make our way up towards Albion. We were trapped in Eleutheria for a long time. I never did revisit that mansion, so that's going to be a problem. It's certainly going to weigh on me. Now we don't have to fight it. Familiar mossy walls. Man, this is a long trip. It's like there's no straight routes to places. It is a little bit infuriating. The game plays, and I suspect that Sunless Sea plays like this too. It seems less of a sea, right? And this seems less like space, of course. It almost seems like more of like a riverboat thing. With the way that the islands break up. So good at killing these easy guys now. What do we get? Come on. Yay. Uncanny specimens are useful. A little bit of a particle problem there. That was interesting. Whoa! That was close. Uh-oh. Oh no! Can't drive. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Actually, in the next episode, we should probably go to Magdalene's and get rid of our dream problem there. Whoa. Yeah, so I'll probably wrap it up here, and in the next episode we'll go to Magdalene's, quickly get rid of our dreams, and then we'll head up to Port Prosper. There's the aunt wants to go to Port Prosper for some reason, and there might be some other missions there. And yeah, then I guess we'll go back to Albion. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you did, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. And new episodes every day at 2 p.m. Eastern, U.S. and Canada. And I hope to see you in the next one. All right, bye-bye.